Dragons Live, presented by Form Communications.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm John Webby Webking alongside Tommy Thompson, and this is Dragons Live. On today's show, we'll recap everything in the last month for the MSUM Dragons, including highlights, interviews, and more.
While some of us were stuck in the Minnesota cold over winter break, the Dragon swim team was down in Puerto Rico soaking up the sun on their winter training trip. I caught up with Erin Sullivan and Kelly Engbrink to hear some of their trip details, and we'll show you highlights of the swim team's Snapchat takeover led by Jackie Woods. Tell me about your trip and how everything has been going for you guys.
Well, the first few days our flight got delayed, so we were in Houston, Texas for the first day and a half that we were supposed to be in Puerto Rico. At least some of us. She was here. So that was kind of a setback, but it was kind of fun just being in a new place. A lot of us have never been in Texas before, so we got to it was just kind of fun.
Yeah, we've had some really good practices so far, done a lot of really cool things, done a lot of time laying out in the sun. It's been pretty great.
Tell me a little bit about the practices that you guys are doing when you're down there.
Yeah, 2-a-days usually. Sometimes we have like a morning off or an afternoon off, but mostly 2 practices a day. And it's at a really cool pool. It has a roof, but it's open on the sides, so that's fun. We've been doing a lot of sprints for like different groups, and then
I swim distance, and we've been doing a lot of yards, but we've been here a lot of swimming, and it's all in long course. So in Moorhead we swim in a 25-yard pool, and here we're in a 15-meter pool, so it's kind of just been a change of pace on how it's all going.
What else have you done besides swimming on the trip? Tell me about some of the other adventures you guys have been on.
We went to Old San Juan, which was cool to just walk around and see all the colorful houses, and it was a really big spot, so we got to buy some cool things and see all the cool places there.
Yeah, we spent one morning, we went to the rainforest, so we got to hike some really cool trails through the rainforest, and there was a waterfall that we got to jump in and swim and go underneath too.
And we've been at the beach for every day basically, beach or the pool, so it's super nice here, around 85 degrees every day, so that's awesome.
How did the meet go today? Tell me a little bit about how everybody swam today.
I think a lot of people were tired today, just from all our training and our 2-day practices and stuff, but it was a fun meet, playing music the whole time, and it was outside, which is really not something we get to do a lot, so getting some sun, and we swam good. I wouldn't say one swam really bad, so
it was fun getting to swim against other teams too. We got to swim against some like Division 1 and different Division 2 and 3 schools that we didn't get to swim against otherwise, so that was really cool.
Me llamo Jackie Woods y es el equipo de nadador y saltar desde Puerto Rico. Go Blake! I'm scared.
Stay tuned. Recap of how they did in Puerto Rico and the Dragon Invitational coming up later in the show.
A couple months ago on the last show, we had men's basketball coach Chad Walthall take a shot at identifying his squad only by their baby pictures. We decided to have women's basketball coach Karla Nelson take up the challenge and see if she could tell who's who with her baby dragons.
Okay, I think that's Jackie.
No.
Shut up. Is that Morgan? All right. Oh my. I mean, it's a cute baby. These are tough. They all look alike. That's Brecky? I see it now, the eyes. Oh, Lord. Okay, first of all, whoever put this hat on this kid should... Oh, that's Tiara? Okay, I wonder what she says to her mom about that bow on the hat. Okay, this is Shannon.
Yep.
Oh, yes, Shanny, I got you. Okay. Sav, that's easy, you could tell by the hair. Look at that. And she still has the little squinty eyes. Look at the sad eyes on that kid. Oh, Jess looked like she got in trouble there. Okay, who in the heck is this? Drew. Is it? Yep. Okay, what have I got 3 right now? Marin. I can tell by the eyes. Oh, she hasn't really changed a lot. Okay, oh my God, who is this? Okay, now this is a chunky little kid. My gosh, who is it? Well, that can't be like Heather. Yep. It is! Oh, look at her legs look the same. She looks like she could post up. She's posting the chair up. Okay, that is, holy smokes. Who is that? Oh, that's Cass. I see it now. Okay, well, I'm running out of people, so that's Nat. Oh, look at her, all sweet and innocent. Okay, that's Jackie. Look at her, she's just so happy and sweet. That looks like it could have been from yesterday.
We're just getting started here on Dragons Live.
We head to the mat with wrestling's #2 ranked Blake Bosch coming up right after this. Be part of the first ever Frostival North of Normal Games. Register today for the Almost 3K or Youth Almost 1.5K Run Walk at the Red River Zoo on Saturday, January 30th, and space is limited. The event is sponsored by Minnesota State University Moorhead, Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota, and the Red River Zoo. For more information about this and all other Frostival events, visit frostival.com. Register for the Frostival Almost 3K or Youth Almost 1.5K Run Walks at the Red River Zoo at frostival.com.
Mr. Goldman loved his family a lot, didn't he, Dad?
He sure did.
That's why he had State Farm life insurance, like you. So his family never has to worry, right?
Mr. Goldman didn't have life insurance.
Why not?
He's just a goldfish.
Ignore him.
Call State Farm agent David Eggers in Moorhead today so your family won't have to worry about whether you have life insurance.
We put the life back in life insurance.
Liddy here with another lesson.
Mandy, when is the last time you had an oil change?
Huh?
Mandy, when's the last time you filled up?
Mandy! I'm not some kind of mechanic.
Hey, maybe you should ride Matt Bus. They take care of everything.
Seriously, you need to do that.
You really should. Thank you.
No problem. Let's ditch this junker and hop on that bus.
We learned our lesson.
Join us and take the challenge to ride green.
Buffalo Wild Wings Team Up for Kids program is proud to support the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Join us at buffalowildwings.com/giving.
Welcome back to Dragons Live. There are few grapplers better at 133 pounds in all of Division II than MSUM's Blake Bosch, considering he's ranked #2 in the country. We caught up with Blake earlier this week.
This year started off pretty slow. I got sick at the beginning of the year, but since November it's been really good and can't complain about anything. I've beaten a couple of ranked guys and teammates been working really hard and just pushing me in practice, so it's been a really good year so far.
Speaking of ranked guys, ranked #2 in the country, how does that feel?
I try not to think about it too much. It's kind of an honor, I feel like, but I keep it in the back of my mind and just keep working hard. I'm #2 and not #1. There's always room to improve. So.
What's the deal with 133 pounders here for some reason? I know Chris was a great one, Omer was a good one as well, and now you. I mean, is the 133 the sweet spot for the Dragons?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about that last year too when I went to nationals. Coach Nelson, Evan Forty, and Eric Sanders are all 133 pounders, and they were the 3 coaches that came with me to nationals. So I don't know if it's just a sweet spot for the weight class or what, but we've had some good 33 pounders go through the program and now coaching the program. So.
What's the rest of the year kind of look like for you? What are you looking forward to?
We got 5 conference duels left this year, so hopefully we can win all those and go into regionals on a good note, and then get as many guys to nationals as we can. So if we want to push for a top 10 finish at nationals, we got to get guys to the tournament. So. And
I guess, how do you prepare for a tournament, and does being there once already kind of settle the nerves a little bit of getting ready?
I think being there in the past does help settle the nerves a little bit. Last year I didn't finish exactly where I wanted to. I got on the podium, but I feel like I could have done better. So I mean, going into this year's postseason, I'm just trying to stay mentally focused and work as hard as I can, and just keep going, try and get to the top of the podium. So, and I've never seen the #1 ranked guy before, so hopefully I can get him at nationals.
Blake and Dragon Wrestling are back in action on Friday in Nemzik against Augustana.
There's a lot of things coming up for the Dragons. One of the biggest, Fall Sports Signing Day.
That's right. Join me and head coach Steve Lockway on Wednesday, February 3rd, right here at 6:30 p.m. for Dragons Live Signing Day Special.
And be sure to watch us all day long on social media as the new Dragons hand in their national letters of intent and officially join the Dragon family.
We'll be doing a special Class of 16 Periscope Day. We're starting at 8:16 on the 3rd, and on the 16s of every hour after that, we'll go live on Periscope with the football coaches. Should be a lot of fun.
Yes, it will. And there's a lot more fun coming up on Dragons Live with more from Dragon Wrestling as they take on the teammate game. That's next.
Another day. And just like every day, it never seems to slow down. But you have a plan. Grab a cup, grab the paper, and grab a little time. Just for you. It's worth it. Don't get the paper? Just grab the phone. Call now and save up to 60% off the newsstand price. Journalists, bringing the story home every day.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game, Shields.
The 2016 NSIC Sanford Health Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament, February 27th through March 1st at the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls.
Tickets are on sale now at the Pentagon box office or online at Ticketmaster.com.
Welcome back to Dragons Live. It's time now for your Courtyard by Marriott Athletes of the Week.
After the break, the first athletes of the week for January 4th through the 10th were Morgan Banasic and Guidol Sangolo. Banasic averaged 13.5 points to help the Dragons to the weekend sweep at home over Minot and Mary. Sangolo averaged 13 points and 6 rebounds per game against Mary and Minot, charting his 10th double-digit performance of the year thus far. January 11th through the 17th, Brian Huber from track and Madison Kunzia from swimming. Huber was also named the NSIC Field Athlete of the Week after winning the long jump at the Bison Classic and also charted a new school record. At the next home meet, he charted a 5th best long jump of all levels with 24 feet 11 inches. Kunzia helped the Dragons win their own invitational meet with wins in the 50 backstroke and 100 backstroke with several placing finishes in relays and more. January 18th through the 24th, Emily Maminga from track and men's basketball's Ayub. Competing in her home state of South Dakota, Maminga won the mile in 5:11.87 and also claimed the 1,000-meter run in 3:02.91, which is the fastest time in the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference so far this season. Ayub had a career-high 23 points, going 6 of 6 from three-point range in a 106.79 win over UMC on Friday. He also shot 80% from three on the weekend. Those are your Courtyard by Marriott Athletes of the Week.
A familiar face around Nemzik Fieldhouse, head athletic trainer Andy Scott is one of the biggest supporters of our student athletes. She tells us why as the Map Bus Fan of the Week.
My name is Andrea Scott. I'm the head athletic trainer for Dragon Athletics. I've been here for 21 years, and I love Dragon Athletics because I graduated from MSUM way back in the day, and I've been a Dragon fan ever since, tried and true. And every day, because of my job, I get to be by the student athletes and work with them on a daily basis, and it really, truly keeps me young. And I know that sounds like a whole bunch of hoo-ha that people say all the time, and it's not really true, but I really, truly believe that it is. And I just love their spirit, I love their energy, I love their grit, heart, and humility.
As you saw earlier in the show, the Dragons went down to Puerto Rico for some outdoor competitions, but came back to host their Dragon Invitational meet, looking like the time in the tropics paid off big time. The Dragons would win the invite 1,152.5 points, with big days from Emily Pascavas on the boards, Aaron Sullivan, Madison Kuzi, and Aaron Fons having multiple event wins. Indoor track and field is underway, competing at the North Dakota State Bison Classic and the SDSU D2 Open in the last 2 weekends. At NDSU, the Tracksters had a great showing from Brian Huber, who set a new school record in the long jump with 24 feet 11 inches, the second best in all of D2 at that time. And that's a lot of individual wins for the Dragons early on this season, including quite a few at the South Dakota State Invite. Emily Mamenga had a pair of wins herself in the meet. No team scores were kept at either event. Since our last show on December 30th, the number 7 ranked men's basketball team built up a 16-game win streak after downing Upper Iowa and Winona on the road. The Dragons were led in scoring by NSIC North preseason player of the year Isaac Seeley, who put up 23 against the Peacocks and 25 against the Warriors. The Dragons returned home for a battle of the NSIC, unbeaten against the University of Mary. Both teams coming in at 8-0 in league play. Highlight of the Dragons was Tanner Kretschmann firing from all over. He'd lead all scorers with a career-high 25 points on the night, but the Marauders would finish very strong and eventually hand the Dragons their first conference loss of the season, 77-73. The next night, the Dragons looked to rebound against Minot State, and rebound they did, led by an unreal performance by senior Isaac Seeley, who did a little of everything, posting, shooting, and netting a career-high 38 points, as the Dragons took night 2 of the weekend, 97-89, over the Beavers of Minot State. Game 3 of 4 in a row at home to put the Dragons up against the Cougars of Sioux Falls, and the Dragons came out firing from 3 and inside. The Cougars would not back down, however. Here's Drew Gubert driving, popping, and hitting 2 of his team-leading 18 points. The hard drive here by Tyler Vaughn would answer, but it would be the Dragon defense that holds Sioux Falls to only 55 points, with a little Benoit time at the end as your Dragons take the victory, improving to 18-2 overall and 10-1 in NSIC play. Game 2 of the doubleheader was Southwest Minnesota State. Threes for everyone. Kretschmann, then Songolo. Everyone's hitting from downtown, including the nasty step back here by Tyler Vaughn. Just too much for the Mustangs to handle. The Dragons win 115-82. 5 Dragons put up over 15 points on the night. Then on the road with matchups against Crookston and Bemidji, the Dragons took care of business in both, scoring over 100 points in back-to-back games. Again with Dragons 5 over 15 points, including Seeley, Vaughn, Kretschmann, Songolo, and Ayub Booyah Ayub. Booyah would also help the Dragons hold off the Beavers of Bemidji, going 6 for 6 from 3, ending the night with 23 points, is his Dragons' career high. Back to the top with the Dragon women splitting on the road against Upper Iowa and Winona. Heather Stracey led the Dragons against the Peacocks with 25 points. The number 9 ranked Warriors stole a close one to hand the Dragons their 3rd loss of the year. Now let's head home for a weekend matchup against UMary and Minot. The post getting work done inside, rebounding and getting putbacks. Both Stracey and Hanovitt would score 14 points for the Dragons, helping gather the impressive 44 rebounds on the game to knock down the Marauders 75-58. Minot State the following night went to the guards, with scoring leader Morgan Bonasic taking over in transition, ending with 18 points. But a special night from West Fargo's Cassidy Thorson, who would come up big with 19 points for the Dragons, helping them get the 73-55 win over the Beavers. Back-to-back home weekends bring Sioux Falls to Nemzik, and it was a battle. There's Amber Podden earning an extra shot against Stracey, but Heather fired back with a big 3 to give the Dragons the lead. But Maddie Robson of Sioux Falls cans this one in the second half to put the Cougars ahead. Back and forth we go until the very end, and after 2 misses on the last possession, the Cougars would fall by just 1 point, 53-52. Dragons your winner. And the Mustangs on Saturday night, seniors taking over this one, starting with Stracey underneath. Then Morgan Bonasic getting the hoop and the harm, and one there. She'd lead all scorers with 17 points. Then back to the block, Stracey adds 2 more and one of herself for 14 points and 9 rebounds, but the defense was stiff, holding the Mustangs to just 45 points. On the road last weekend, after 4 wins at home, the Dragons suffer a loss at the hands of the Golden Eagles despite a double-double from Heather Stracey with 15 points and 11 rebounds. They turned it around against Bemidji, however, with 2 Dragons, Stracey and Banasic, both scoring 21 points and returning to the win column 75-67 over the Beavers. Into the mats, the Wrestlers headed to Newport News and Hampton, Virginia for 3 sets of duels, shutting out the Builders and pummeling the Panthers. But number 17, Kutztown, kicked us pretty good for just the second dual loss of the year. Then NSIC matches with nationally ranked number 14 Mankato and then Upper Iowa at number 8, and this very young Dragon squad reeling until it bounces back in convincing fashion over the Jimmies of Jamestown. Finally at home, but yet another nationally ranked NSIC foe to face in number 2 St. Cloud State. They would pile on the pins, first with Clint Poster getting the best of MSUM's Adam Blees. Then, for the 3rd straight weight pin, St. Cloud State's Clayton Jennison pins Braden Kuntz. But the shutout stopped at the last match of the night. The lone bright spot was definitely MSUM's Blake Bosch at 133 pounds, who took the 2-0 decision over Jared Ofdahl. Bosch is now ranked number 2 in the nation with an overall record of 23-5.
We're never quite sure what we're going to get when our student athletes join us for the teammate game, and wrestling's Blake Bosch and Dan Murakami didn't fall short of our expectations. Take a look.
You eat this at home. It's a noodle, and you put this yellow stuff on it. Blank and blank. You buy it at the grocery store. It's a type of
Pass.
It rhymes with pack, but blank and blank.
Macaroni and cheese.
Yes. Boom. All right. It's on your biscuits and
gravy.
Boom. I eat this all the time. It comes from a cow.
Steak.
Boom. I love putting this in my coffee. And
Creamer.
there's little things that are like
Sugar.
this big. They're like this big. Yep. That's the first word to it. But it's a sugar cookie.
King of the Jungle.
Gorilla.
No.
King of the Jungle. Tarzan.
No.
King of the Jungle.
There's a movie about it.
You skip that thing.
King.
Lion King. Lion.
Lion.
Whatever.
There you go. Hootie Hoo.
Hootie Hoo.
The bird.
A mockingbird.
No. It says who.
Hoo. Ow.
Yeah. Let's get that one. It's got a shell. Really slow.
Snail.
Nope. Other turtle.
Oh. She sings the song Hello.
Adele.
Boom. She used to date Justin Bieber, I think.
Selena Gomez.
Boom. Blank the red-nosed reindeer.
Rudolph.
Boom. First president.
George Washington.
Boom. Blank Wood.
Tiger Wood.
She's a country singer.
Carrie Wood. Carrie Underwood.
Boom, baby. He's in SpongeBob. He has little
Sandy.
Squidward
tentacles.
Yep. Boom.
Vikings quarterback's wife. Former quarterback.
Oh, Christian Ponder's wife. Oh.
Reporter.
Don't know her. Go to the next one.
There this summer, 2016.
Oh, Olympics.
Yep. Chris's last name, not a half. It's a
Chris's last name.
Coach.
Nelson.
Yep. Not a half, but a
full.
Yep.
Full Nelson. Woo!
All right, you get the fall. It's worth 6 points.
Yeah, 10. Woo!
1 point. Stand up.
Oh, escape. Woo!
The Broncos are going to the
Super Bowl.
Boom.
Woo woo!
Don't go just yet. We've got the Dragons Live Top 5 coming up after a short break.
Exceeding expectations. Getting better every day. It doesn't happen by chance. Preparation pays off. So the only question to ask yourself is, am I better today than I was yesterday? Exceed yesterday. Choose Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
It's a new stay at the Courtyard by Marriott, located just minutes from downtown Fargo, local colleges, shopping centers, and several restaurants. The Courtyard features a 24-hour fitness center, 24-hour on-site Starbucks, and our bistro restaurant and lounge open for breakfast and dinner daily. Relax in one of our 2 indoor swimming pools and hot tub. The comfort your family needs close to all the action at the Courtyard by Marriott. Visit our website or call 218-284-1000. That's 218-284-1000.
Thanks for sticking with us here on Dragons Live. We're always fired up around Dragonland. None more than AD Doug Peters. Let's see what's on his desk this week.
Hey, I'm fired up. You're joining me for this week's segment of Doug's Desk. Right now, I'm in the Fargo-Moorhead Visitor and Convention Bureau. Behind me is the wood chipper. That doesn't need much explanation. What's going on behind the scenes this week in Dragon Athletics? Probably the biggest thing is we're partnered with the Visitor and Convention Bureau with Frostival. So we're running an almost 3K race out at the zoo, and we're partnering with intramurals and community outreach on our campus. So if you haven't figured out what's going on at Frostival, definitely find out. There are a ton of fun events celebrating the winter here in Fargo-Moorhead. Also behind the scenes in Dragon Athletics, we're getting ready for Friday night. Really crossing I's and dotting T's. We have an awesome wrestling match. We wrestle Augustana. It's always fun to see where Augie's at because we'd like to beat Augie. But on the flip side of it, we're also hosting a rivalry match. There'll be 2 matches going on at the same time. We've got the Moorhead High Spuds and the Fargo Davies wrestling team coming in. They're going to wrestle. We're going to have both matches going at the same time. Should be a treat for wrestling fans. That's what's going on behind the scenes in Dragon Athletics. We're fired up about it, and we hope you are too. And we hope to see you at the events this weekend.
You waited for it. Now here it is, your Dragons Live Top 5.
Let's get started with, you guessed it, number 5. Is this hockey or women's basketball? Morgan Benassi to Drew Sanders when a Mustang pushes her own teammate into Sanders, who somehow gets it to go. Look at it again. Sanders gets a kiss off the glass, and the Dragons get the victory. And at number 4, the same spot for the men, and Ayub Booyah Ayub breaking some ankles and getting buckets. The wicked step back between the legs, put the Sioux Falls Cougar on the floor while floating a pretty nice 3-point exclamation point. At number 3, we saw a glimpse of this earlier, but let's see it again. Tyler Vaughn behind the back, step back, ring it up for 3. Boom. Quick feet, quick shot. Dragons would take the win over the Mustangs as well. And numero dos, fearless. Morgan Benassi drives hard to the left and gets the running hook shot. Was she fouled? Who cares? You can't stop that. Dragons would hang on to beat Sioux Falls by just 1 point. And the big number 1, who loves dunks? We do! Take it away, Guy Joel. Take it to the hoop. And, let's take another look. I didn't even think he could do that. Number 1 at number 1. And that's your Dragons Live Top 5, brought to you by Valley Imports.
Before we let you go tonight, here are some of the upcoming events.
Taking a look ahead at some upcoming home events, Dragon Wrestling on Friday against Augustana at 7 p.m. will also be a co-duel with Fargo Davies and Moorhead High. So, 2 matches for the price of 1 on Friday. Be sure to check that one out. On Saturday, swimming and diving in a duel against Mankato starting at 1 p.m. And the weekend, the 5th and 6th, tennis on both days against Concordia and the University of Mary. Men's and women's basketball also in action on the 5th and 6th, Friday against Wayne State at 6 and 8 p.m. on WDAY'Z XTRA, as well as Saturday the 6th, the hot ticket against Augustana. It's Fill the Fieldhouse. It's a red out. Someone will win a car at the conclusion of the Take a Free Ride with Valley Imports promotion. We're also giving out 1,000 red t-shirts at that game. Be sure to get there early to get your seat and get your t-shirt, as the men's basketball game proves to be a good one and a possible number 1 versus number 3 matchup in the country in Nemzik on the 6th. Don't miss that one. One more last event before we let you go. Be sure to join us at Rustica for the viewing party in the games against Mankato. Dragon basketball women are at 4, men are at 6. A lot of good food, should be a good time.
Who doesn't love wood fire pizza too?
They are the best, absolute best. For Tommy Thompson, I'm John Webby Web King. Thank you for joining us here on Dragons Live.